Far from the madding crowd, chapter 24. Eventide, a second declaration. The last chapter was on sheep shearing, and the events happened on the sheep shearing day. This chapter, chapter 24, describes the events happening on the evening of the customary or the celebratory supper after the sheep shearing. Bathsheba appeared much excited than how she usually is. Her cheeks were all red. After all the workers sat at the table for the supper, Mr Boldwood came in, dressed in a cheerful style, in contrast to how he usually dresses in different shades of grey. After the dinner, all the workers enjoyed by singing songs, which ended with a song by Bathsheba herself. Gabriel played the flute for her, as you can see in this picture. I'll also add a link to a YouTube video from one of the movie adaptations of this novel. I'll add that in the description, so if you'd like, you can have a look at it. When the party was over, Bathsheba went to her room along with Mr Boldwood. The end of this chapter has some interesting turn of events, and more in the coming chapters. In the room, Bathsheba and Mr Boldwood have a conversation. "I will try to love you," said Bathsheba. And she continued, "And if I can believe in any way that I shall make you a good wife, I shall indeed be willing to marry you. But, Mr Boldwood, hesitation on so high a matter is honourable in any woman, and I don't want to give you a solemn promise tonight. I would rather ask you to wait a few weeks till I can see my situation better." So Bathsheba, she makes this declaration and tells him that she is not promising him yet that she will be, or she is ready to be his wife. And she again asks him for some more time, like 5 to 6 weeks, for her to give a final promise for Mr Boldwood. Bathsheba reiterates this. "But remember this distinctly, I don't promise yet." And these are the words from Mr Boldwood. He says, "It is enough I don't ask more. I can wait on those dear words. And now, Miss Everdene, good night." Saying this, Mr Boldwood withdrew from her room. That's the end of the chapter 23, Eventide, a second declaration. This chapter was all about the celebratory supper after sheep shearing and about a second declaration that Bathsheba makes to Mr Boldwood. She doesn't give him a promise yet, and she asks him for some more time for her to give or make a final declaration whether she can be his wife or not. Thank you.